Hi everyone, it's Dasher Dave here, also known as Crafty Moose. I've just been sat at my desk and I've just been making something else, which I think I'm probably going to use. I'm going to do a tutorial on when I do a live. But I'm sat here and I'm kind of not really feeling the mojo to do very much today. But I thought these frames have been sat staring at me for a few weeks now. I've had them for probably about a year, but I've had a bit of a tidy up, and I was thinking I wouldn't really use them. They're a bit glitzy the way they are, so I thought what I would do is I would make something with them, but only using what was in front of me. So I can't go and get all of the plethora of stuff that's over there. I've literally got to use what I've got here. So come along with me while I make these things. So literally I've just got lots of paper over to this side. Now I'll kind of try and bring it into shot so you can see what I mean. So I've got paper that bought in sale, there's some sticky back lace, scraps of paper, some more scraps here. Move the ruler out the way. Didn't really plan ahead. Try not to knock everything off the wall. And then I've got this, which is just kind of it's got some sticky back fabric that isn't sticky anymore. It's got some stamps in it. It's got a bit of scribble roll that I make. It's got this that I embroidered on, but I wasn't happy. I thought I could embroider. The thing is that I made this because I kind of thought, oh, I can do that. And it turns out I can't do embroidery. So you live and you learn, don't you? So I like her, but she didn't turn out the way that I expected her to. Anyway, I'm going to use that sort of stuff and this and try and make one of my altered Polaroid things. So anyway, just going to get some paper and then kind of start, I think. So so I haven't been up to much. Not been feeling great this week. I'm doing this the day after I've finished my Matchbox chest of drawers thing, which is in the other video. So these, with the little loop tab pulls on them. So I finished that, and I was going to do some more on that same day, but then I've FaceTimed my mom and I spoke to a couple of other people on FaceTime, and I just thought I just didn't get around to it anyway. So what I think I might do is I might just put some glue some things on, and then I can kind of go from there. I was thinking I don't mind having crackly bits of this showing, but I don't want it all showing, so I just thought what I'd do is I would rip some bits up. Now you know I like a ripped edge, so and just glue them on and make it a bit of a frame type thing. Oh, glue, right, which glue? I'll use my stick glue, and therefore I need just a book. Just bear with me, folks. One of my books, this Black Beauty one. I don't like the feel of I don't like the stiffness of the page, so it's great for the glue book. So yeah, I didn't feel well earlier in the week, which I said in my previous video, which was me finishing that Matchbox thing. But I don't feel generally very well. Just feel a bit So maybe that's the reason why I've lost my mojo, but I don't know, just couldn't get I normally do a live on Facebook on a Sunday, and I just couldn't get the oomph to want to do it, so I didn't. And you know something, you shouldn't really. It's good to craft, and it's good to, make things. But if you push yourself too hard, you can actually push yourself out of the zone rather than into the zone. So so I try not to push myself too hard to do things if I don't really feel like doing it. And today, to be fair, there was a few things on what's it called, Netflix, that I was like, oh, I really fancy watching that. So I thought, well, what I thought I'd do is I'd do a video with you guys, because I like spending time with you guys, and you're the people that give me the inspiration to do other things. But I thought I'd spend some time with you guys, and then I'd go and do some crafty things, some non-crafty things, by watching TV and etc. So I was thinking maybe I might frame some of that, so I might keep that piece. What else can I put on here? Maybe a bit of this. I'm just going for the whole, it's going to look a bit random, but I don't care. I don't know whether this tears. Oh, it does indeed tear. That's torn it. So, don't know what you guys have been up to. Have you been up to anything exciting? Like, is any part of the world doing anything exciting in these times? I can't, honestly, I get a bit like, is this real? Am I living in a a dystopian nightmare? Talking of nightmares, I have had a nightmare every night for the last 3 weeks. Every night for the last 3 weeks. Some of them just unsettling, and others really like terrifying. And I often dream, don't get me wrong, I dream a lot, but like I know that I've dreamt, because like I remember like having a dream, but I don't always remember what I dreamt about. These are all, well, definitely nightmares rather than dreams. And they're all, I don't know, very vivid, like very, very vivid. Should I start curling this round now, or should I wait until I get to the end? I'll start doing it now, I think. I think I'm going to need some stronger glue, though, for that bit. I think this paper might be a bit thick, so yeah, some real, just when you wake up, and it hasn't been a horrible dream, but you've definitely feel unsettled by it. And like I can kind of, I can wake up and remember exactly what I've dreamt about. I don't necessarily remember the next day or later that day, but I definitely remember when I wake up. And it's just, I don't know. And then sometimes I wake up, but I haven't really woken up, if you know what I mean. So I feel like I've woken up. In my head, I feel like I'm compos mentis and, awake. And then I actually wake up and I'm not. I have, it's a different reality. So like I wake up in my dream and then actually wake up in reality. It's very strange. If you're not following me, I really get it. I understand it. You don't understand. I understand that you don't understand. Does that make sense? It does in my head. So, but I don't know. I'd like to know what it all means. I know that you can do dream analysis stuff, but I will say that there's a lot of cranks out there. Like if they're a bit of a psychologist or whatever, or they've been doing it for years, or they do it for the celebrities or whatever, then I might trust them a bit more. But if it's just Mary Jo, sorry, no offense if your name is Mary Jo, on Facebook or YouTube, then I don't necessarily believe it. So, and also a lot of people want to charge you money for it, so they'll tell you one dream for free and then they'll charge you a fortune for the rest. It's a bit like clairvoyance, if they believe in that sort of stuff, then, you know, you don't want to be ripped off, do you? So, so anyway, back to having very, very vivid dreams. Like, and it's not like it puts me off going to sleep. It doesn't, because like nothing really puts me off going to sleep. I love sleep. Oh, I love sleep. If I could sleep more, if only I could sleep more. I quite like that. It's looking a bit random, I know, at the moment, but like that's what I want it to do. And I like the fact that you can see a bit of the gold. It's rose gold or copper. I don't think it's really copper. It's a bit pinky to be copper. It shows through a bit. I don't mind that. I'm not averse to it. I might rip some of this off. Now I'm ripping this, and this is actually a sticker. I believe it's a sticker, so I shouldn't have to glue it. So we can take the back off. Yes, I can. There we go. Put that on there. That's good, because that'll make it easier to curl that bit round. Nearly glued it then, but I had to get a bit of glue on that bit there, and that way it curls round better. That's not staying down, is it? It's not behaving. It's alright, it's the back, it doesn't matter, but I have to deploy a peg if it's not going to behave. Or I've just decapitated that fella. Oh, little child had just like bent his head round the back. Never mind. Shouldn't have been in my way, should he? So, just you know, I guess it's just a bit like, I can't believe that I've had another dream. I kind of now thinking, oh, I wake up and like, oh, I've had another one. You know, dream or nightmare or whatever. The ones that are really terrifying, I would definitely classify as a nightmare. Like I've always had night terrors. Well, not always. Since everything that happened with my ex-husband, I have like very often have a night terror, where I'll be. Don't really like the polka dot a lot, but I might put a little bit of it on. Where I'll like be tossing and turning in my sleep and wake up all sweaty and, you know, uncomfortable, etc. But no, I don't like the polka dot at all. I've never been into polka dot really. And this is supposed to be sticky back fabric, but it is so old. I don't think any of it is sticky anymore. No. Just peel this off here. A bit further down. See if I can feel it. I can't peel the... You didn't come here to watch me do this, did you? Oh, hang on. No. Tell a lie. That's sticky down there. It's just this bit. But, like, you know, I see no reason not to use it just because it's not sticky. It's still fabric, isn't it? Oh. So yeah, just not really pleasant. I have no idea what's changed. I mean, it's 3 weeks. I know people have said a lot of people are dreaming more because having more wild dreams and nightmares and things because of lockdown. But you know, we're late in the day for lockdown for it to be something like that, because you know we're like a year into it now, aren't we? A year into the world of this dystopian that we live in these days. And I you know, I get that everybody's getting a bit bored and they're fed up and all of that, but I do kind of think, you know, at the end of the day, it could have been a lot worse, couldn't it? So, sorry, I'm just going to have to wet my fingers because I really don't like the feel of what's on the ends of them. And now I can't find the tissue. Could have been a lot worse, couldn't it? You know, if, like, we knew that we've watched so many programs about pandemics, we knew something was going to happen at some point. So, like I say, it could have been a lot worse. It could have been, you know, one of the more virile diseases, and we could have had, you know, our civil liberties completely removed. But, you know, the fact that we have to stay in for a bit at the end of the day is not a great price to pay. You know, we haven't been under martial law or, you know, shot at dawn if you leave the house. So it's just one of those things, I guess. Some people adapt to it easier than others, and I get that, you know, some people don't. So anyway, moving on. Let's not. I always promise myself I'm never going to talk about the thing, the big C. Well, it's not the big C, is it? The big C is the other thing that's the big C. But the coronavirus. It should not have it. It's a bit like Voldemort in Harry Potter. Nobody should really mention its name. So, but I have today. So it's a one-time. Well, it's not a one-time only, because I'm sure I'll do it again at some point, and then somebody will pick me up on it. So it's not a one-time only. So I'm going to say it's not a one-time only, but don't say it very often. Don't justify it by calling it by its name. It can go away then. Where were you when coronavirus hit? Well, that'll be what we'll be talking about in a few years' time, won't we? And then there'll be people in our lifetimes that won't know what we're talking about. So just warning you. So I don't know. It's a bit bright for me at the minute. I don't do. I like more dark and can't think. I like it more dark anyway. Don't need that wide for definite. What's it? More grungy, that's what I like it. I like a more grungy look to the things I make. But, do you know something? I realised because I've moved my Amazon show, she's behind me now, rather than in front of me. And now I don't know what the time is. So, I don't know how long I've been going. I know it's only been a few minutes. But if this goes on for 3 days, I apologise now. It is what it is, as I often say. It is what it is. The stuff on the back of that stuff that's not sticky anymore is the thing that I don't like the feel of. It's kind of gone dry and powdery. And while I'm here, I'm just going to have a look. Oh, 20 minutes I've been going for. So, I've got an idea. You see, I think that deserves to go on something nicer. And I know you're probably thinking, this is nice, but it's not me. I don't know, look, it might be a bit bright. I'm starting to get cold feet about it. But I'm going to finish it. Oh, I will if we can get this off. Just glued that down rather than... How silly of me. See, that's got nothing on it, so I don't know why I put that on there. Although I did put some of that stuff on that sticky note there. I've been watching people's Happy Mail videos today and getting a bit jealous of what they've got, things like there was somebody that had got some some graph card from an ammeter. So like it's like a graph chart thing that she'd got a roll of it sent to her, and she'd got some circles, so some discs with Monday, Tuesday, all the days of the week on. Apparently it come out of like an electricity meter type thing, but it was like a graph that obviously recorded usage and stuff. And I was like, I really want some of that. I really love, like, you know, that cool literally ephemera stuff that would have got chucked out by somebody. It would have been, you know, we would have used it on a daily basis, you know, a few years ago, several years ago. Not necessarily in our own timeline. And when I say we, I mean we as human beings. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Because I haven't got a clue. When we as human beings used things, and then they became redundant and they just got thrown away. It's a bit like that. I love that computer paper. You know, the computer paper with the punch feed lines on the sides, but also it had like the green stripes on it, so you could, you know, see text and things. You know, you were much more able to see lines of text. I love that. But, you know, nobody thought back then, oh, let's keep some of this. Well, when I say nobody, somebody did, because there'll be somebody out there going, oh, I can make some money out of this. I might rip that off there, because I need it. There's more use to me than it was on there, so. I need something to get this off the heel with. There we go. That's just the thing. Started putting the cork. There you go. That's why I was trying to put a cork on the end of those things, because I'm lethal with them, because I throw them over places and things, and the amount of times it's like harpooned my shoe. I often sit and craft it in like either bare feet or socks, or I might have some slippers on. I've got slippers on today because my feet are a bit cold. And the amount of times I've thrown it and it's landed on a shoe or something, and I think, thank goodness I didn't have bare feet that day. So yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? How fortunate we are at times. How, although, you know, perhaps it's karma, perhaps we don't deserve bad karma, so it doesn't happen. Oh look, I've done this again. I ripped it. I should peel it from its back before I rip it, because then I can't get the back off it. Well, he says he can't. As my mother would say, there's no such thing as can't. So, in this case, she is right. There wasn't such thing as can't. I just couldn't be bothered to try harder. Although I did in the end. I don't know what I'm talking about. Shut up, Dave. So, spoke to my mum. What day is it? Sunday today. Spoke to my mum yesterday on FaceTime. Oh, it's so lovely to see her. I so miss my mum. I really miss her. I don't want to get emotional about it, but I really miss her. Sorry, I'm just thinking about how much I miss my mum. I know she's like still here and still with us, but I can't go and see her. She's 111 miles away from me, and I can't drive down there because, you know, we're not supposed to be going anywhere. We're supposed to be staying local, etc. So, I can't drive down there. I can't justify driving down there, and I really shouldn't go and see her. I don't want to, you know, I know she's had the vaccine, but I don't want it to be, I don't want to tempt fate, really. So, when I've got the all clear and I know I'm allowed to go, then I'll go. So I really wanted to just dull this down a bit. I'm really sorry for being a bit, getting a bit choked, a bit emotional. I miss my mum. This is when I regret living so far away from her. You know, when I first moved up here, I moved up here 2006. So what's that, 14 years ago? So, you know, she was a lot younger then, and I was a lot younger then, and, you know, you don't think about it. You don't think long term, and now I really miss her. And I certainly didn't plan for a pandemic. It would stop me. You know, I used to drive down and see my mum and all of that. I don't like the fact that they have got very straight, well, they're not straight, but they're ripped straight edges. So I might have to put something over the top of that. So I might put some of that on it, actually. Rip some of this off. So yeah, you don't contemplate that, do you? When you're moving, that you might not be able to drive down and see your parents and all that. Not my parents, because my dad isn't with us anymore, but my mum. Put that on there, and then what I could do with this, I could do with like a word or something, or these are like stickers. They're supposed to look like stamps, but you know, I'll just put that on there. Yeah, I'll do that, and then what I'll do is I'll stick this down with a bit of glue rather than just the sticky off the back of this. Only left you for 2 seconds and you're already gummed up. What's wrong with you? Alright, there you go. 2 seconds. One slightly exaggerates. So yeah, I really love my mum. I've always had a very close relationship with my mum. I guess it's being the only boy and being the youngest, and you know, you've had that opportunity to form a bond, haven't you, with your parent, well, definitely with your mum. You know, and we get on, and we can make each other laugh and that sort of thing. So that's nice. So actually, I don't mind this. I don't know whether that's the right kind of thing. I don't know whether that's the right kind of thing. Try again. To put behind, because I think it needs something a bit more black and whitey. How about that? Don't like babies. I mean children. Bet I don't have anything to put inside, because let me see. Sorry if I'm just leaning over the camera for a few minutes while I go through this box of delights. This is basically all the stuff that I have found lying around that doesn't really have a home. You know, it's like all of that stuff that doesn't fit into categories. So Christmassy stuff. I certainly don't want to be doing anything Christmassy. It's only January. Bit soon for Christmas, methinks. So if it's not on my desk, I can't use it. But my desk is very long. Oh, hang on. So this is some Tim Holtz ephemery stuff, so there might be something in here that I could use. I could use that as a background and then maybe have something in front of it. I'm only kind of just trying it out, not necessarily saying this is what I'm going to end up with. I'm just put some things in some positions and give it a go. What's the bug? I like that. Don't like it. Says beautiful wild flowers. Maybe it should go like that. I think that is what I'm going to do. Right, note to self, make the next one more dull colours so I can put something a bit brighter behind it. So yeah, I think that just needs a bit of dirt to it. Okay. No, don't worry about that, Dave. These aren't stickers, are they? No, they're not. So if you put that on there, you need to cut it down first. So I'm going to cut that bit off there. Cut that bit off there. So there's like a there's like a natural shadowy type thing. Oh, come on. And there's a bit of a line there, so I'll put down that line, and that might make it the right sort of size now. You don't want it to be seen either side of it, so. Do I mind if it's a bit wonky? No, I don't actually. I really quite like it a bit wonky. I'm going to cut this bottom bit off. Yeah, I quite like that. So I'll get rid of these bits. Might keep that. The next bit. So if I put that on there, I said I didn't mind it being a bit wonky, so I'll have it a bit wonky. And then I put these, so have that. I want the toadstools behind. I want the top of the toadstool behind and the bottom in front. I don't want it the other way around. Yeah, I like that way, it's best. So put that there and then put a bit of glue on here, and now I've got an idea of the positioning. We're going to fall out, aren't we, if we're not going to come out of here. Should really do this thing. Bit of glue on the back of my hand, and then I can get all of the little bits. Although it's terrible for if you've got hairy hands. So, because you just end up being a bit bald there. So I'll put that down because I want to put that bottom bit behind. No, Dave, you've got glue on the back of your hand, so you don't need to do that. Put that there, and put that behind it there. But I'm going to take that off for now. Have this coming down a bit more. So you can see that it says wildflowers really is what I wanted. I've got no glue left on the back of there because you waited too long, Dave. No, the glue does not want to be in the picture. Well, it does. It wants to be in the picture, but it can't. It's just not allowed. It's not happening. So. Yeah, I'm happy like that. So, okay, so I'm going to put some glue. I think I'll put the glue on the frame. I actually don't mind now that it's quite bright because it adds colour to the rest of it. So, and it picks up the colour of that mushroom as well, which is good. wanted it a little wonky, not overly wonky, like that. Stick that down. There we go. Yeah, so that's that one. Okay, so I'll make another one, and I'll make another one, and this time I'm going to make it a bit duller because I do want to put some of this picture in it. So I want it to be a bit more mainly book page type stuff. So put some of that down there. Oh, move your brush, Dave. That on there. So yeah, just I don't know. Do other people lose their mojo? Do other people kind of get there and think, I don't want to do this, or I don't know what I'm doing, or maybe have a bit of this on there. Yeah, I'll have that on there. Because it doesn't happen to me very often, but when it does, oh dear, I have to force myself to do something. I mean, that's why I'm doing this, is because actually I'm enjoying doing this. I still don't know whether, I know what I want to do next, or I think when you finish big projects as well, you kind of get a bit weary, and I've been doing a lot of those mechanical cards or pop-up cards. Actually, that's one of the things that I've been working on, another prototype. But I think that can also kind of be a bit challenging as well. I like that, but that's actually a journal card, Dave. I have started that journal card, but never done anything with it, clearly. Yeah, I'll have a bit of this. I love this. I really love that. It's one of my favourite pieces of paper, and I've kind of used it on everything. And I know I said I wanted duller, but like this is right up my street. It's going on here. I don't care. So I'm going to put that there. I might have that on top, so I want something that's going to go down there first. I don't have to worry about that edge because that'll get folded over. Maybe the other way around. Then I can glue something. So I'm going to tear this edge. Trying not to tear the things off. Yeah, just saying. You can lose your mojo. I mean, I've been making mechanical things, and I've been making a prototype for another. It's not mechanical, but it's a bit like kinetic. It's got some life to it. So I've been working on that, and I think sometimes you can burn yourself out a bit. Your creativity can get burnt out, and of course we're not going anywhere to spark our creativity, are we, these days? Leave that up so that the only problem is this doesn't bend very much, so I don't want it on that corner because it won't bend properly. I'll put that there then. Yeah, so I've kind of got to that point where I think I might have burnt myself out with from ideas point of view. So I'll stick that down. I might put something there, although I will be embellishing it more, won't I, later, so not a biggie if I don't. I said I was going to keep a cork on this, didn't I? And guess what? I haven't. I'm naughty. Yes, you can tell me off. That's fine. Slap my wrists if you like. If you can reach, you can slap my wrists. So just what I like. I love crafting. You know, I really do love crafting. So I get a bit annoyed when I've lost my mojo. I get a bit cross with myself because I want to be in here doing things, but equally I don't want to be feeling like I have been a bit overwhelmed and what am I going to do next, and you know, and I've got you lot to think about as well, haven't I? So you know, I want to make sure that I'm giving you some decent content to watch. So get that off there. Got a responsibility to you now, like being a parent. I have a responsibility to upkeep, so to maintain. No, not I don't. I have responsibilities, so that's what I mean. I've just looked out the window. It's suddenly got very dark. I don't know what time. Probably. What I'll do is, I don't know how long this video is, but I'll finish this one. I won't go on longer than I have to. I'll literally finish this one and then I'll stop the video there. So you have to hang with me until I'm done. Well, you don't have to. Of course, you could always stop it. I am not your papa. I do feel like a parent, but I'm not your papa. So don't want to put any of that on. I love that piece of paper, but it is just too bright for this occasion. Maybe some book, just some standard book page. What's this? Don't like the feel of that. You know when it's not thin enough? Just want a piece of nice thin paper. This Asimov stuff was quite thin, I think. I like the colour of it as well, so. I might have some of this. Yeah, put that there. Get all this out of the way. But I need to do something with that, don't I? Because I'm going to end up with a sliced off wrist if I don't. I could see you all flinching. No, don't do that. So I've not. I've moved it now. You can all open your eyes. The stabby thing has gone. It's not gone, it's just been had its hat put back on. Mr. Stabby is no longer Stabby. I don't know whether I should leave those. I did say I didn't mind a few bits popping through, but obviously, clearly, it annoys me more than I thought it did. So, done it again. I did say I was going to peel it off first, didn't I? But I didn't. Again, although this does have a straight edge, which should make it easier, and it did. I'll tear that down now. So obviously not a very exciting video for you, but hopefully you like what I'm doing. And, you know, at the end of the day, hopefully you're crafting along and we're just having a chat. Although I'm sure you'll be like really glad you tuned in today, because I've talked about nothing very exciting. Nightmares, dreams, lockdown. Sorry. Do I want a bit more of that? I'll have a bit more of that. I do love this. It's possibly the best thing I've had in Happy Mail. I'd love to go to, I mean, like in America, you guys have like estate sales. We don't get things like that, you know. Or we get like a house clearance, so like people go and they'll clear the house, but they'll throw away anything that's rubbish. Now, to us, crafty people, the stuff that they throw away is probably the stuff that we really wanted. So, I'd love to get my hands on some of those things, you know, like old diaries, or, you know, I don't know, tachograph stuff, or, you know, old punch cards and all of that sort of stuff. I'd love to get my hands on that, but it's not. Hello, you. Sorry, Worcester's come to have a look what Dad is doing. Hello, you good boy. Oh, you're not nice warm tummy. We've been snuggling. Been on the bed, probably. When I say on the bed, I mean my bed, not his bed. I get to sleep on his bed. Would it be a bit nerving if I just have a face there? I don't care. I don't care. So I'm doing it. Doing it anyway. Curl that round. I want to take some of this off, otherwise when I curl it round you'll be able to see it the other side. So yep, some of that. I'm just using this now. Some of this up there maybe. I was being tidy, wasn't I, when I started, but that soon ends. Tidy? What's this tidy thing? What's this tidy that you speak of? Yeah, tidy's for other people. Tidy is what I would like to happen in my house. It's not reality, though. So I just get used to it. I don't live in squalor, but please, don't get me wrong, I'm not like knee deep in crud, as you might call it. I just, I do tidy, but not very often, and not because I want to, more because I have to. Put some of this back in there, Dave, because otherwise you're going to get cross with yourself. Again. Where's that piece gone? What? Just torn a piece out of that. It's alright. Found it. I'm not blaming anyone, don't worry. You're off the hook. You're Captain Hook. Ha ha! It is a bit random outburst, isn't it? I apologise. Even for me, I feel a bit random today. Just a little bit. Oh, press so hard that you push it off, don't you? It's because the thing's foiled and it's slippy. It's got a slippy surface rather than card that isn't. And now I need something else there. Maybe some more of this. Oh no, because that's gonna be there. I don't want that. Maybe some of this. Yeah, some of this, but not with a straight edge, Dave. We don't do straight edges, do we? We don't do straight edges. And the thing I like about this is it's pre-gummed and I can lick it, and I don't mind the taste of it. So pop that on there. Hold it round while it's still wet. I didn't put the thing back on there. Somebody didn't tell me. Who was in charge of that? Didn't tell me. Done it again. That's it, sorted now. Do I want to cover these bits up? I could have maybe a flash of a tiny bit of colour. Could I? Could I get away with it? Do you think I could? Don't know, it's too difficult, cannot compute. No, don't like it. Even that tiny bit I didn't like. I guess more book paper should be the thing, but wanted something with a different colour to it. You guys, excuse me. Excuse me. You guys are just thinking, just stick something on it, Dave. Just get on with it. Oh, I saw something down here as well. get rid of these bits of paper that I don't need. Oh, so where did I see that? Saw a nice bit of paper that I thought, oh, I'll use that in this project. Excuse me while I get this. I'll bring this thing out. It's got quite dark in here. Let me put this other light on. I was thinking if the light goes out, then I've turned the wrong one off. On, off and on, off and on. Those stickers, by the way, off Amazon are great. They're just great for sticking a nice random number on your things. That's another thing. Oh, that was another thing I wanted to do something with. This bit, it's too tissuey. I know. I'm going to do it in a minute. I'm sorry. Oh, there it is. 4 hours of watching Dave try and rustle something up. Put that there. Yeah, that'll do. You're glad I'm happy about it, aren't you now? Because like thinking, oh, I have to go through all that again, watching him rustle through that box. I know what I'm like. It's all right. I have to live with myself. I drive myself mad, so you guys are, you know, I might have driven you guys mad, but like, you know, you only have to have small doses of me, so I'm happy with that little bit there. So right, okay, get rid of all of this little bits of paper, Dave, because they'll just be everywhere otherwise. And I used to have a nice little scrap bag, but you know, I've stopped keeping so much scrap because I actually don't do as much with it as I should. So maybe that's what I should do, is do a bit more scribbing. I might do some of the, is it Roxy Creations that does the wide scribbon, well, the scrap ribbon thing that, anyway, her, I think it's her. I'll have a look and then I'll link the video, I mean, but yeah, I'll link that in the description. But it's her that does the wide version. I quite like that. I think she uses book pages as the base for it. So yeah. So I've got this. It's still quite bright, but I'm not perturbed by it. I think something like that, and then I think I might put something over the top of it. Needs to be something in black and white. Black and white. Oh, it needs to be something in black and white. No, don't, Dave. Oh, sorry, I can't do a Scottish accent at all. I sound like Miss Doubtfire when I do. Oh, blimey. I might get one of my, it is on my desk, just on the other side of my desk. Might get one of my people. You know, the people that need people. People who need people are the luckiest people in the world. With one person, one very special person. I quite like that. Now, I don't know whether I like that better than having some of these in it. I like that, or do I like that? I quite like that as well. I don't know. I want those. I don't know, I quite like that. Yep. Otherwise we'll be here all day while I try and choose a thing. So just pick one and go with it, Dave. Let's tie this back up again. This is like they're bursting at the seams trying to get out of here. All these people. It's a crowd in there, literally. So, right. I think I'm going to do that. I might just knock this back a little bit. I might see what this is like. Because I tried to use some of the crackle stuff from Tim Holtz. And I might use some of that crackle stuff. That hasn't finished drying, so I might cover this in a bit of crackle. Maybe I use I might, don't know. Let's put some of this on it first. Or not. or make no difference with it, so. There we go. Just try and knock it back a little bit. And then what I thought I might do is, if I paint some of that crackle on it, it'll pick some of this colour up because it'll make it wetter again. And then hopefully it will crackle. I wonder if I've got something better to put that on with. Do I have I might try putting it on with this. Or how about this one? This one, I don't have any of Tim Holtz brushes, I'm afraid. Maybe next payday. Maybe if I win the lottery, I'll put some of this crackle on it and see what happens. Because I'm going to paint it on. I'm going to paint it on quite liberally because I think it needs to be fairly thick. And I don't know if you can speed this up or not, or you have to wait until it naturally dries. Well, what I'll do is I will let it naturally dry, but it'll do for now anyway. So I'm going to put that on. So if I put that there, make sure I've got enough in the background. Yeah, and then I might use it just to stick them down with. I need to go further up. Oh. Sorry folks, you need to go a bit further up. Oh, sorry. Sorry folks, I just like kind of giving you a grungy crown. So I might actually paint over the top of these as well. I'm going to use that to stick it down with. Put that on there. I'll take that thing out of the middle of her. Should have done that before I did anything else, but I didn't notice it before. Put that there. I'll have that over the top, and what I'll do is I'll just put a bit of this over the top of them as well. And hopefully it'll crackle nicely. Haven't used it before. Like I say, I've used it on that one thing, but it isn't dry yet. I don't want to have too much around them. I'd love to know how they make crackle paste. It's quite interesting. I'd like to, you know, let's face it, if we could all make our own, we wouldn't be buying it, would we? So that's probably the reason why they don't tell us how to make it. There we go, that'll do. So let's wipe that all. A bit dirty, but it's not dirty, it's just covered in distress ink. Yeah, distress ink. Distress, yeah, no, ink. You know what I mean. some water down with the ones that go rock solid. Rock lobster! Oh no, not rock lobster, just rock solid. I'm going to put that on there. Oh, is it? I might use it, I might glue it actually. And then what I'll do is I'll use this to cut it down with. I think this is the reason why I kept this particular piece of artwork, because I thought, well, I'll do something backgroundy with it, because it's not really my type of thing. It's a bit bright, but you know, we've managed to use it, haven't we? So it's not gone to waste because we've used it, and there wasn't anything on the back, so it wasn't that isn't the reason why I kept it. It just needs, there's a bit of, they've got like a halo where when you press it down it all squeezes out from behind, so I'm just going to brush that out a bit. I don't mind that if it's a bit wonky, bumpy, you know, that's fine. Just try and stretch it a bit more. So hopefully that will all dry, like, you know, crazy. I might put that on there. So I'll put something else on the bottom, and then we're done. So let's put some of the things away, Dave. Put that in there. Put it out of the way. Put that in the water so it doesn't get all gooey. Put that over there. What else can I have on here? So, do I have a little bit of fabric or something? Bound to be something I've tucked away in here. There is, indeed. I've got a bit of lace. Oh, I've got that sticky lace, haven't I? I have a tiny bit of sticky lace behind it. I've not used this, so it's not even open. So. Don't know how sticky it is. Oh, it's not sticky lace. It's just got stuff down the back. So I might use some of this. It's got like double-sided sticky tape down the back of it. It's not like fully sticky, if you know what I mean. I might use some of this. I might just get a bit of this and just age it down a bit. There. Put that on there. Yeah. Excuse me, I can't clear my throat at the minute. It's got one of those, it's obviously been glued into a book. Oh, Alexa just switched on. I don't know why. I didn't speak to her. Did you hear me say her name? No, she's just interfering again. There, she stopped. Put that on there. Bend it over. I really do love that Tesco glue. This is great. Tesco glue stick. £1.25. Fantastic. So there we go. So that's that one. I was going to say, I might put something like this on it. So I've got all of these things. Yeah, I'm going to put one of them on. They're like little cabochons. And for the life of me, I can't remember where they came from. It might be Tim Holtz. I think they are. Excuse me, just clear my throat. So I don't know what I might put on here. Maybe pick up those colours. Yeah, I'll do that. So these are little supposedly stickers. Yep, they are. That stick on here. And then you put one of these on the top. That goes back in there. Put one of these on the top of it. There's a sticky, yeah. And it makes like a little push pin cabochon type thing. You need to squash it quite well because otherwise you end up with like pockets of air where it's not stuck down. Put them back in there. Put them in there too. Put the lid back on that. And then I'll punch a hole. I am a hole and I live in the mole. Oh no. I am a mole and I live in a hole. That's the one. Where is my pokey tool? Pokey, pokey, pokey. Here, pokey, 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 pokey. Tooly, 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 tool. Pokey tool. Hello, where are you? Oh goodness, that only knows. It's just got something stuck in there. I can't get it out. I can't see where the hole is. Oh well, I'll have to guess it. Can't find a pokey tool. Where's my pokey tool gone? Stop looking for your pokey tool. Let's just see if it's behind your sweet stove. No. I'm thinking about having it. Oh, you know when like it's that crucial thing of where are you going to have it, and you've got to commit. I'm gonna have it there. So. Oh, that's good. Oh, I thought it was going to be right off the edge, but it isn't. There we go. I'm going to just flatten that bit out the back. There we go. So we've got two that we've made. Let's put the lids back on things, Dave. Give it a bit of a tidy. Let's see let the dog see the rabbit, as they used to say. I don't think they say it anymore because, you know, they don't do, well, hopefully they don't use real rabbits in dog racing. Hopefully they don't do dog racing anymore. I don't know whether I like the idea of dog racing. So, never been, so I wouldn't know. I don't know what the whole ambiance is like. Put that back up, hang that back up there, put that back over there. Oh, pokey tool, found it. Oh, of course, found it now. Can't get it out, but found it. Don't need it. Found it, pokey tool. Put it in the top so you don't lose it, Dave. Knife out the way, put your vintage photo back up, and that's it. That's what we've made. So this is our two. So we made this one first. This is a Tim Holtz background thing. These are Tim Holtz embellishments. Okay, and then we made this one, which is using. It's got Tim Holtz distress crackle collage medium. What's it called? This. It's got the distress collage medium crazing, so that should start to craze when it's dry. Don't know if it will. I've never used it, like I say. And then we've just embellished it at the bottom here. So there we go. That's the two of them. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for trying to, you know, helping me to kind of regain my mojo. You know, one of these days I'll find some of the, I don't know, can't guarantee that if I find all of these crafty things that I'd love to find in an estate sale, I would actually be, you know, able to craft. I don't know. I'm sure I'll get my mojo back before then. So that's those. I'm going to finish working on the prototype for the next kinetic movie type card. And I'm gonna love you and leave you. So thank you very much for today. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you do subscribe, if you don't, please, if you'd like to subscribe, please subscribe. I'm grateful to everybody that's subscribed so far, because I've got 300 people have subscribed. 300 people. Wow. That has grown by, well, 250 in the last 9 months. So I am really grateful to you. Thank you for following me. I hope I add something to your life, because you definitely add something to mine. And I'm going to love you and leave you. Now, remember what I say. I love you without exception until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to. Take care of yourself, folks. Look after each other. Look after yourself. And I will see you very soon. So have a great morning, afternoon, evening, or night, whatever time it is with you, at whatever time you're watching this. You take care, folks. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And a big crafty hug. Crafty hugs. And I will see you very soon. Thanks very much. Dash of Dave, signing out. Bye.